Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe for regular updates. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. So from the concept art, it looks as though they're going to build all the lands around the central lake. We'll start in the entrance plaza, where they're going to have the classic globe and universal arches, and then we'll work our way around the park. Once you've scanned in the park and probably done biometric facial recognition, you'll walk past the globe and under the arches and head into the main walkway that leads up towards the lake. You'll see the rocky waterfall in the distance on the other side of the lake, and I would bet there'll be a Starbucks or a coffee shop, a couple of quick service restaurants and some gift shops as you pass down the walkway. There's been some speculation by other content creators that these buildings in front of you here on the actual main street just after you get to the arches might well be a 007 stunt spectacular show, similar to the Jason Bourne stuntacular show that they have in Universal Studios, which is just inside the entrance as well. However, I'm not convinced about that, so I'll say possibly 007 show, but possibly not. As you continue up the main walk through towards the lake, you'll pass probably a hotel entrance on the left hand side from the 500 bedroom hotel that Universal are planning on building inside the park. As you get to the lake, I'm going to turn right for the purpose of this video and we'll explore the next area. Based on the concept art and the actual layout and design of the concept art and what they've actually put in for details, I'm going to guess that this is going to be a minions and trolls area, sort of an illuminations courtyard, but a very extended large version of it. A bit like the DreamWorks land they've just opened in Universal Studios Orlando, Florida. There looks like there may well be a roller coaster on top of a building. This is very similar to one of Universal's other parks, which houses a large minion area inside, which has a mock-up of a roller coaster on top of the building. Obviously, due to the vast amount of inclement weather we get in the United Kingdom, in England, it's probably a good idea they have one inside here as well. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I think they're going to actually have a minion roller coaster on top of the building that you can actually ride in this park, along with at least one other ride, which will most likely be an indoor motion simulator, possibly based around trolls or minions. As we move on to the next area, I firmly believe this is going to be a Shrek-based area. There's some telltale signs. There's a big enough backlot building area which would clearly house an indoor ride of some form or another, most likely again some sort of motion simulator or possibly an indoor coaster. And of course there'll likely be a meet and greet with Shrek's house as well, and Shrek and Fiona, possibly Donkey, will be there for photo opportunities as well. The next part we'll look at is clearly an outdoor auditorium, obviously with covered seating because of the UK's inclement weather again. However, I believe this is going to be the 007 stunt show because I think they're going to liven things up and make it outdoor with explosions and water, possibly boats, that kind of thing. Again, there are mixed opinions on this. It could well be that there's going to be an indoor stuntacular show, very similar to the Jason Bourne one in Universal Studios near the entrance to this park. But I firmly believe they're going to do one outside, and it's going to be a large area that's got all sorts of explosions and things going on. This brings us to the next area of the park, which I absolutely believe is going to be a wicked area of the park from the new Wicked movies. If you look carefully, you cannot miss the absolutely huge green roller coaster track outside that's got a bank turn or a horizontal helix, whatever you want to call it, over the lake, and that I firmly believe is going to be a wicked ride, and they're going to call it Defying Gravity, and it's going to be a broomstick ride type roller coaster. There are also 3 buildings in this part of the park as well, which again I believe will all be in the Wicked area. One that's near the coaster could actually be to do with the coaster. Maybe there's a part where it goes indoors and there's a dark area. Failing that, I think one may well be an indoor motion-based simulator ride, which again could be flying a broom indoors in a motion simulator as opposed to defying gravity on the track outside. I don't know, again speculation, but pretty sure there's going to be a Wicked area in this park, along with a Wicked restaurant I expect, where you can get some wicked food. Moving on to the next area of the park, you'll go past the rock formation and waterfall and go over a bridge. Well, there's 2 or 3 bridges it looks like you can cross over to get to what I believe is going to be a Jurassic World / Jurassic Park area. It certainly looks like it by the shape of the roofs It looks a lot like the Discovery Centre and Thunder Falls Terrace in Universal Orlando Islands of Adventure's Jurassic Park. On the top side of the Jurassic World Jurassic Park area on the map, it looks like there's a large backlot building which clearly is going to house some sort of indoor ride, be it an indoor coaster or a motion simulator or a combination of both, possibly like Gringotts is in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And of course there's bound to be a quick service restaurant and kiosks and possibly a table service restaurant too, like there is at some of the other parks. You will notice on the left hand side there are two huge towers that are very reminiscent of Dr. Doom's Fearfall, so it looks like there might be a ride similar to that, possibly in the Jurassic World area. It also looks like there's a river area as well, but whether that will be for a water ride or whether it's just for aesthetics, we shall have to see. Now we'll move on to the next area, which again I believe is going to be a Back to the Future area. As you can see, there's a nice long outdoor roller coaster track that looks like it's going to be built. It looks like at one end there's a steep incline which will obviously produce a rollback as well, so you go backwards, and it possibly looks like that part of the track may be covered, so it might be in the dark. I would imagine that's where you might hit 88 miles an hour and sparks will be flying everywhere. Then you will go Back to the Future. I'm hoping Universal will put toilets at the ride exit. I also think that Universal have intentionally not included the clock tower in the building because it would make it blatantly obvious what the ride was going to be. I also think they'll do a quick service themed diner that you see Biff and Marty in during the movies. Now we'll head over to the last area we're going to look at, which is Paddington Land. Although it's not particularly clear in the concept art, there is a carousel there with what looks like Paddington Bear's hat or possibly an umbrella over each carriage, which is a bit of a giveaway. There also seems to be a giant jar of marmalade on the left hand side of this little area, which again is another one of Paddington's favourites. Okay, well that's every area in the park covered. Let's put them all together and have a quick look. You've got the entrance plaza and possibly a quick service restaurant in the turquoise area. Then you've got the main shopping area, possibly quick service, Starbucks areas and a hotel entrance in the red area. Maybe the 007 stunt show if that's where they decide to put it. Then we've got the pink and yellow area, which is the DreamWorks stroke Trolls and Minion area, followed by the green area, light green, which is the Shrek area. Then we've got the grey area, which I think is going to be the 007 stunt show, which again it may not be, we'll have to wait and see. Then we've got the dark green area, which is the Wicked area, followed by the orange area, which is the Jurassic World / Jurassic Park area, followed by the blue area, which is the Back to the Future area, and last but not least we've got the peach coloured area, which is the Paddington Bear younger children's area. There we are. So in roughly 5 to 6 years time we'll actually find out whether I'm right, possibly quicker than that, let's hope. It depends on when Universal decides to release information on it. Please leave any comments you've got in the comment section below in relation to what you think is going to be at the park and where it might be, and whether you think I'm right, wrong or nowhere near. And by all means please share this to anybody you think might be interested, and subscribe if you want further updates in the future. I'm going to leave you now with the last comment from Mark Woodbury, CEO of Universal Park and Resorts. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you at the park when it opens.
5 years from now we'll be opening this park if all things go our way, and we think it'll be a bright future for all.